Time now for a bigger picture with Dr. Dan from Sioux Falls Hypnosis. And Dr. Dan, first of all, I am thankful for you being here today.
Well, thank you very much. See, you're cheating now.
Yeah, we're talking about being thankful for things. And that's one of the things that I have gotten so much better at that. There was a time in my life when I would pray and my prayer was more like a wish list, and I want this and I want that and I want that. I don't ask for anything anymore. I just thank God for all the things I have because I realize how blessed I am. And that doesn't mean that I'm super wealthy or super successful, any of those things. It just means I'm happy right where I'm at.
You know, I had a friend once that told me that he said most people's prayers are just checklists of stuff for God to do.
Yeah.
And the only prayer that you can actually pray with zero hypocrisy is thank you.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's
it's a great thing to do. And when you're grateful and you're thankful, it changes your entire day.
Right.
So,
well, and we're talking about as someone who helps people change. I mean,
Yeah.
that's my gig, whether it be in mental health or as part of Sioux Falls Hypnosis. You know, one of the things when I'm teaching people or even talking to clients, one of the things that, in order for us to really learn and change, I mean, we're all out there trying to change or learn or become or transform ourselves. The last step in that process, it has to land in thankfulness.
Yeah.
It has to land in gratitude. It has to land in what we'll call reciprocity debt, where you have to acknowledge now that whatever you got was given to you in some way.
Yeah.
You generally by someone or some different people.
Yeah.
And the last step, the really important one, where it really allows you to take in what you got and hold it, is that thing where you acknowledge that this was given to me and I need to be grateful and that I owe, that I have a debt now.
Pay it forward.
Or pay it forward, but I also have to acknowledge my debt to who gave this to me.
Absolutely.
And I have to be aware of that, and I have to treat them accordingly, and I have to think about them accordingly. And when I'm talking to people, one of the things that I try to do when I teach is I work very hard to kind of acknowledge the exact people who gave me certain things. To try to make an example out of this. I didn't think of this on my own. It didn't fall out of the sky and land on me. Someone gave this to me. And it changed my life. And to really be able to say out loud, you know, I got this. My whole life was different, and it was this person. This person gave this to me. You know? And that's what allows me to keep it, because I'm not kidding myself. I'm not pretending. You know, I didn't forget about all of that hard work that other person did, or you know, whatever, you know, how I'm thick-headed, how much work it must have taken them to get through to me. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
And that's what keeps me okay in that, is to really be able to not only be thankful or grateful, but to acknowledge my debt to for whatever I was given.
Being thankful for that second chance, or in my case, sometimes the seventh chance.
Right.
Because it takes me a while, just like you.
Right.
You're, I'm
a slow learner. Yeah.
I can't believe that you gave me so many opportunities to finally get this right.
There's a handful of people I owe a truckload to, and I'm sure if they were here, they'd be nodding their heads right now.
Yes, you do.
But, you know, so the thing is, I think all of us would benefit from just stopping for a second and have, you know, who do I owe? Who do I have a debt to? Who gave to me that changed my life? You know, whether it be at work, where someone sat and worked with you, or allowed you to sit and work with them, or gave you whatever, you know, helped you build the skill set you have, or helped you in your life, or the partners or our friends that gave us care and time and support. And that thankful is good, grateful is good, but to acknowledge the debt that you owe. Because if you don't acknowledge that debt, it just all is an illusion of some sort then. You know, you're pretending, and it's not real then. And then that it all just kind of can disappear. That's why that sort of acknowledging that reciprocity debt, excuse me, being thankful is really sort of the last step in the process of learning. If you're working with somebody, if you're with a therapist right now, if you're working with somebody to accomplish something, if you're part of a team, the last step has to be gratefulness and an acknowledgement of what you were given.
Absolutely.
Otherwise, it will all become a figment of your imagination, and it will disappear.
And I am so thankful for the people in my life. There's so many people that I'm thankful for, but we've got a big event on the 4th of July, and quite often I'll have people saying, you know, I'm glad that you do that. And they, you know, very many times they'll point to, I'm doing this, and I always make sure I correct them. I say, if I was putting on the Sioux Falls fireworks with all of the resources I personally have, you would all be very disappointed. Be, some fat guy running around with some sparklers. But without the sponsors that literally give tens of thousands of dollars, and the fairgrounds allowing us to do the event at the fairgrounds, and all of the volunteers that come out and help, because one guy cannot put on an event with 10,000 people. I can't do that. We have all these volunteers that help and all these people that step up and do it, and I am so thankful, and I make sure every year I thank them over and over and over. And I believe that's one of the reasons that we keep the same sponsors for the most part every single year, because I do let them know that I am so grateful and so thankful. And that's one of those things that I think kind of comes with just doing things when you realize that these events don't happen on their own.
No, they don't.
They don't.
And
This stuff doesn't just fall together.
No,
It doesn't.
No, not at all. Absolutely not.
It takes some coordinating. And again, even the person coordinating it, without all of the people helping, think about the conductor he's just wagging a stick. Everybody that's playing the instruments are the ones making the music. He's the one that's conducting it. But without them doing their part, it's just a dude wagging a stick.
So take a moment and what do you need to be? That's always a kind of a nice, like a devotional thing. What should you be thankful for today?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's crank that up a notch. Let's take this up to 11.
Okay,
is who do you owe?
Yeah.
Who do you have a debt to? Yeah. Because I would argue that every good thing that you have in your life and every good thing you have a debt to somebody over that.
Absolutely.
And not only paying it forward is important,
Yeah.
but acknowledging that debt and where it and how you came to that place and who it was.
Yeah.
And and what have you done about that?
Exactly.
What have you done about what you owe?
Yeah.
And that's a question worth asking yourself.
It is.
Thankfulness is good, gratitude is nice, but you have a debt.
Yeah.
What are you going to do about that, ladies and gentlemen?
Absolutely. If somebody listening is going, hey, I would like some assistance with all of this stuff, and I need some help with making some changes in my life, Sioux Falls Hypnosis, you guys do an amazing job of helping people through those steps. What is the best way for them to connect with you?
You can find us on the internet at SiouxFallsHypnosis.com. You can call us directly at 605-702-6691, and then the usual social media channels.
Very nice.
TikTok, LinkedIn, Facebook.
All of the fun places.
All the fun places.
Again, SiouxFallsHypnosis.com, or if you're catching the tail end of this radio program, it's also saved every week as a podcast, and you can find that at SiouxFallsPodcast.com.